Get ready, America, for this is the best of Destination Small Town, a Cluck TV production, featuring the shows that have taken Sweet Swine County by storm. The reality hit, The Real Housewives of Sweet Swine County, Sweet Swine's favorite music show, Backstage at the Commune, the tastefully done cooking segment, Cooking It Up with Betty, the always zany soap opera, As the Corn Grows, and of course, the wildly popular talk shows that share what's happening inside and outside Sweet Swine County. Which shows will you be seeing today? Stay tuned and find out right after the break.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publication, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tale Publications is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of It's You, Not Me, a guide to breaking up by Paris Ritchie. Born to wealth, Paris Ritchie is one of the most photographed women in the world. Women want to be her, and men fall at her feet. Although her love life is well documented in the tabloids, don't believe everything you read. Paris has had to kick more than a few lovers to the curb for what she calls shenanigans unbecoming of a Paris man. She's just a woman who knows exactly what she wants in a man and what she brings to any relationship. So if an affair ends, it's you, not her. Each of these towns are being considered for a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns, visit destinationsmalltown.com.
The lifestyles led in the small towns and counties of the Midwest are like no other. But we seldom hear about the points of interest and businesses located in these towns. Well, there's one TV station that's made it their mission to make sure the stories of the small towns of the Midwest are told, Cluck TV. That's right, Cluck TV, located in the neighboring county of Sweet Swine. See all the towns that are covered on KLUKTV.com.
This program has been made possible by the Swine Song Commune, where musicians, artists, and hippie types live together and share their passions. To learn more, visit the online magazine at sweetswinescoop.com.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of As the Corn Grows! Today we join Ronnie P. Silage as he meets with Norma to discuss a juicy topic for the first episode of the Ronnie Stinger Show.
Hi, Ronnie. June, I'm going to take a break. Cover me.
Sure thing.
Thank you very much for meeting me here.
No problem. Now, how did you hear about the TV show? It's supposed to be hush-hush, very cute tease.
You know I had my ways.
Yeah, well, keep it to yourself. Now, what's this earth-shattering story you've got?
It's about Aunt Ella.
Sorry to break it to you, sister, but Aunt Ella died years ago.
Ronnie, do you want to hear what I have to say, or do I have to go to the networks?
Networks?
Yes, networks. What I have to say will make one humdinger movie of the week.
Oh, quit beating around the bush. What's your big idea?
How much is it worth to you?
What's it worth to me? You expect to get paid?
Well, of course I do. A gal's got to make a living somehow. And this story, Ronnie, will put the Ronnie Stinger Show on the map.
On the map? Well, how much we talking?
I figured about 5.
Oh, no problem.
You misunderstood me. I meant 500.
I can't pay you $500 for a lead. You know, I could talk to Cousin John, though, about maybe making you my story producer.
You mean put me on the payroll?
I think I could swing it.
You gotta do it.
Well, alrighty then. This better be worth something.
Oh, it is. Katie Olson came to me about 2 weeks ago. She wanted to know something about Aunt Ella's medical records back in 1956.
Well, why didn't she go to Dr. Cornell and get
Well,
them?
she did, but it's patient-doctor confidentiality. So she came to me, thinking I knew someone that knew something.
Oh, and do you know something?
Well, that's just it. I'm the one that transcribed all of Dr. Cornell Sr.'s papers onto computer file.
Oh, so you remembered something about Aunt Ella in 1956?
Of course not, Ronnie. But I didn't get around to destroying the originals.
So what do you know about Aunt Ella in 1956?
Norma, the orders are piling up. Back to work.
All right, keep your apron on. She had a baby.
A baby!
Shh! Not so loud. If you don't believe me, you go ask Katie.
Well, I would, but I haven't seen her in a week. She took supplies to High Horse, and I haven't seen hide nor hair of her since.
You know, come to think of it, I haven't seen Katie here in the cafe since I gave her the medical records.
Listen, Toots. You put Agent Gabriel on the line right now.
Gabriel,
Gabby?
Dirty Harry, is that you?
It sure is. And I've got a job for you.
Well, I gotta say, we're a couple men short right now. What's the case?
Well, it's just a small, cold case missing person.
Can't the local yokels handle that for you?
Well, if they could have, I certainly wouldn't have been calling in a favor from you, would I?
Okay, settle down. Give me the details and I'll see what I can do.
Well, I need to know about the daughter of Ella Catherine Olson.
Well, when did she go missing?
She was born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa on October 31st and adopted out November 1st, 1956.
1956? That's not a cold case, that's a popsicle.
Listen, Gabby, you owe me. Or did you forget about that little prison in Turkey where I could have left you to die?
Hey, I was a rookie.
And you would still be in that cell if it wouldn't be for me.
All right, but then we're even.
I saved you from years of torture and certain death. We will never be even, Gabby.
All right, what exactly do you need to know?
Well, I need to know the daughter's name. I need to know the location. And, oh yeah, I need to know the name of the father.
Piece of cake. I'll have the boys pay you a visit by the end of next week.
What happens when Dirty Harry meets Mata Hari? Dirty Harry, of course! Will Mrs. Swanson's former co-worker, Agent Gabriel, really be able to locate Aunt Ella's long-lost child? I guess we'll find out after the break!
This program has been made possible by SweetSwineScoop.com, the online magazine that keeps Sweet Swine County citizens informed on what's happening. For if it happens in Sweet Swine County, it's news to us.
Get ready, because our culinary expert and, dare we say, wine aficionado beyond belief, Betty Thompson, is preparing some tantalizing dishes for us on her show, Cooking It Up with Betty. In the midst of cooking, our dear old Betty does join her What's Cooking reporters traveling throughout our story country. Now, on this station and the web.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publications, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tales Publication is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns, with the release of Plowing Through Life by renowned life coach Elmer Plow. Elmer shares his proven 5-step plan for a better life, with advice that includes get a grip, and snap out of it, Elmer's program is so ingenious in its simplicity and detail. It's sure to help a couple of people. Each of these towns and their businesses are being considered to hold a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns and their businesses, visit destinationsmalltown.com.
Welcome back to As the Corn Grows. Now, we join Sergio as he meets with Elmer Plow to discuss Elmer's new job at Cluck and Pluck International.
Waitress, another scotch, please, and one here for my friend.
Don't mind if I do. It's been a long day in that hen house. Coyote got in total havoc.
Well, I hope you caught the critter.
Well, not quite. He got away from me, but on his way out, a can of pink paint fell on the little critter. So let's just say he's going to be easy to find.
Well, here's to new beginnings.
You got that right, and I owe it all to you, Mr. Fairleone.
Please, call me Sergio. After all, we'll be working together from time to time over at KO UK Studios.
Working together?
Well, sure. I figured that when you renegotiated your job with Mr. Olson, you acquired a position with a little bit more status.
Status?
Sure. I mean, after all, working for Mr. Olson as a bodyguard is a high-risk, low-reward position. And how can I put this gently, Elmer? You're really not that good.
Hey, I am tired of people criticizing my job performance. I nearly took a bullet for that man and got poisoned trying to watch his kid.
That may be true. But the fact is Mr. Olson did get shot, and his son did get kidnapped under your watch.
Details.
Just calm down. All I'm saying is, maybe being a bodyguard isn't your cup of tea.
Well, you got a point there. I often thought my talents were wasted.
See, when I look at you, Elmer, you're a guy who's got middle management written all over him.
Come to think of it, I've got a minor in business safety.
Say, the minute I laid eyes on you, Elmer, I said to myself, self, that is a man to be reckoned with.
Another round, let's go!
So tell me, Elmer, how did you renegotiate your position with Mr. Olson?
Well, Serge, after you told me that my job status might be a little precarious at Cluck and Pluck, I said to myself, what can I do to make my job a little safer here?
And?
Well, let's just say I know where the bodies are buried.
Bodies?
I did a little research, turned over some rocks, some big, some small, and let's just say I know how Cousin John got to become Cousin John.
So you blackmailed Cousin John?
No, I didn't blackmail anybody. That's a little too strong a word here, Serge.
So what'd you find out?
Oh, no, you don't, Mr. Fairleone. Let's just say I've got my job, Cousin John has his secret. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, that's probably the best. Waitress, another round, please.
Well, cuz, tell me about your date with Willie Odom.
Well, it's definitely a new experience. I'm not used to this small town living, and I've never danced in a barn before.
I was just sick. I missed it. Don't you just love Wilhelmina and the Wallflowers?
They were unique, and I've never drank beer out of a jelly jar before.
I can't believe you agreed to date Willie. He's a bank robber. You had to have known that. He held Ronnie P. Silage and Katie Olson hostage at gunpoint. He robbed Cousin John's bank, and he put Mary Ann Chapel in the bank vault for 2.5 days.
Aw, he's a pussycat.
He's a tomcat, you mean? He's always winking at me from behind the chicken feed sacks at Clem's. He's creepy.
Oh, cousin, I've always liked bad boys. You know that?
I saw you crawl out of Murphy's cab at 1 a.m. in the morning. Was he so drunk he couldn't even bring you home?
No, nothing like that. They were playing the Tennessee Waltz. And some kids thought it would be a great idea to light off some firecrackers. You should have seen him shoot out of there like his tail was on fire. It was crazy.
Well, what'd he do that for?
Well, I don't know. So I went outside after him, and he just kept yelling, "Don't shoot! Don't shoot!"
He thought the firecrackers were a gun?
Well, beats me, but boy, can he run. I went to chase him, and I couldn't catch him.
He thought somebody was trying to shoot him? Really?
It certainly did ruin a good evening out. I hope our second date is better than the first.
What? You can't possibly think that you're gonna date him again.
Well, everyone deserves a second chance, cousin. And I didn't get a kiss goodnight.
He said, she said. Was it gunshots or firecrackers? Will destiny really talk Willie into going on a second date? Or will Prairie Ann talk her bad boy-loving cousin into leaving well enough alone? I guess we'll find out after the break.
Get ready for a website like no other. A website where you will find stories done by reporters, tourists, and celebrities from Sweet Swine County. Yes, I said Sweet Swine County. With nothing happening in their county, they decided to do some stories about the businesses and points of interest located in their neighboring towns and counties. Take a unique look at life inside the small towns of the Midwest by visiting DestinationSmallTown.com.
This program has been made possible by Purdue University, Sweet Swine County's Institute of Higher Learning, with 3 classroom trailers that can accommodate up to 9 students each. To learn more, visit sweetswinescoop.com.
Get ready, because now you can watch a full of fun daytime talk show that shares the latest and greatest news about the people, places, and events found all over our story country. The Women of Sweet Swine County, hosted by 3 sassy ladies that tell small town stories with big town attitude. Now on this station and the web. Welcome back to As the Corn Grows. Now, we join Ronnie P. Silage as he meets with Lawyer Ed to find out what he knows about Aunt Ella's baby.
Oh, yeah, Willie, right. Yeah, no, I know you're anxious. I know you're worried. You got a lot to worry about, but yeah, no, things are all right. Don't worry. Yes, the fingerprints. There's fingerprints all over the crime scene. They're your fingerprints. They know that. But Willie, remember this. You worked there. Come on. It's logical for them to be there. We can get out of that. Don't worry. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know he picked you up from the lineup. I mean, that's a. He's very nearsighted. He didn't have his glasses on, and he won't. And besides that, I've got a backup plan. I've got a guy who's going to make arrangements to have his glasses broken right before we go to court. And I got this optometrist who owes me a favor, and he always pays me in the same way. He's going to make some glasses that this guy couldn't recognize his own mother. Don't worry about it, okay? Yeah, right. Oh, what's that? Yeah. I think you're right. That videotape was pretty damning, but I'll tell you, that's kind of underhanded too. You know, this is some of my best lawyer work I've ever done in my life. You know, I tell you. Right now, there's a really powerful magnet sitting right beside that videotape. By now, there's nothing to worry about. Yeah. And don't worry, Willie. I promise you this. I'll get you out of prison if it takes me 40 years. Don't worry. I'm with you. You can count on me. Yeah. Right. This is Lawyer Ed in action here. Yes, sir. Talk with you later. Yeah. Bye now. Oh, yeah. Just one second more. Edna. Yeah. Mr. Silage is in here with me now. Yeah, right. Can you get that police blotter? I gotta get somebody that needs an attorney real fast. I need a new golf cart. You know what I mean? Yeah. It doesn't have to be much. I'll turn it into something big. Don't worry. Yeah, bye. Thanks. Okay, Ronnie, I apologize, Ronnie. I know you're here to talk about suing Cousin John. I know that's what it's all about. And I'm telling you, John, I've gone through it. You have got not a great case, not a good case, but a great case.
No. Cousin John and I settled that out of court.
What?
Yes.
Out of court? How can you settle it out of court? There's no drama, there's no trauma, there's no billing on my part. I mean, what? That's un-American. That's like a communist plot. It's un-American.
Yes, out of court. Now, just focus, Lawyer Ed. Focus. I've got to pick your brain.
Ooh, picking my brain sounds like a consultation. My consultations run about $65 an hour, and they've been that for a long time.
No. This is not a legal matter. This is about Aunt Ella.
Ellie?
Yes, now I've been reading her journals lately.
Seems to be a lot of that going around, you know. Katie was in a couple of weeks ago asking me questions about all sorts of things involving Aunt Ella.
Or was she now?
Yeah, asking me about Aunt Ella's visits out to California to visit me.
Aunt Ella went out to California to visit you?
Yeah, she did.
Now, why would she leave Sweet Swine County and go out to visit you in California?
Well, she used to come in January, and that probably is probably a really good idea. She said that even though she couldn't marry me, that she couldn't bear the thoughts of losing me.
She did now. Well, and she did this every year.
Every year in January. Until 1956. It's the same year that I met Quackers.
56?
Yes, and then my career just took off and we were...
56. Well, didn't you ever wonder why she stopped visiting you?
Yes, I did. And she said that she just had to break it off, that it had to be finished and over with. And she said that she had the farm and I had Quackers, and we would be doing the same thing. This is the thing I never understood. She said we'd be doing the same thing. We'd both be laying eggs. She'd be laying eggs in Sweet Swine County, and I'd be laying them all over North America.
Say, on a serious note here now, Lawyer Ed, focus again.
Okay, all right.
Okay, now would you consider being on my new TV show?
TV show?
Ronnie Stinger.
Can I bring Quackers?
Well, sure.
Oh, one more question. What about can Quackers and I do an Elvis impersonation act, you know?
Woo!
Watch how she does this. Love me tender, love me true. Oh.
Absolutely perfect. You betcha.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, yes.
That's right, my dear. You may quote me on that. Yes, the Sweet Swine Day barbecue contest is no contest at all. As the returning champion, 11 years in a row, I have no doubt that I'm going to be taking home the crown again this year. But after all, there isn't another soul in Sweet Swine County that can hold a candle to my barbecue rib recipes. Okay, we'll see you there.
Can you believe the nerve of that woman over there?
Who?
Oh, Betty the Braggart Thompson.
Bragging? Bragging about what?
She says she's taking home the barbecue queen crown again this year because there is no other competition in all of Sweet Swine County.
Oh, you must have misheard her, Mrs. Swanson.
No, I wasn't, and I think she meant for me to hear it.
Who was that, Betty? That was Harriet. She's the food critic at the High Horse Herald. She was calling to confirm the time for the contest.
The food critic from the High Horse Herald? Oh, how exciting! What are you going to create for this year's barbecue cook-off?
Shh, keep your voice down. Mrs. Swanson and Prairie Ann are right over there.
So?
Well, they're not talking. She's not talking, Prairie Ann's not talking. I think they're trying to eavesdrop on our conversation.
I think you're right. They are spying on you.
So this year I think I'm going to make my famous honey barbecue ribs. I made them last year and the judges just raved about them.
Well, it sounds like she's trotting out the same old barbecue recipe that she's had other years.
But they are to die for.
Oh, bite your tongue, for heaven's sakes. Biting into her barbecue ribs is just like biting into shoe leather with honey slopped all over them.
Mrs. Swanson, she's won the blue ribbon every year at the fair. They can't be all that bad now, can they?
Wanna bet?
Just what do you have up your sleeve?
Well, I have the best barbecue recipe ever known to mankind.
Where did you get that?
Well, you remember that recipe box that Aunt Ella left me in her will? Well, in that is a recipe to die for.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Betty Thompson almost turned green with envy when she found out that you had inherited all of Aunt Ella's wonderful recipes.
Yes, And she's going to turn more than that when she sees me walk out of there with the crown and the money this year.
Why are you talking so loudly? I thought you wanted to keep your entry a secret.
Oh, I am. It's just an act. I want them to think I'm doing the same old, same old.
Oh, you sly fox. You had me fooled.
What I have planned for this year's contest is gonna knock the judges' socks off.
Aren't you even going to give me a clue?
Not a word, and don't you say anything to anyone. After all, this business is based on secrecy and talent.
I didn't hear a thing. Not a thing. You can count on me.
I almost feel sorry for Mrs. Swanson. Every year she tries her best, year after year after year, only to have the heartache of defeat as they put the crown on me once again.
Well, it looks like things are heating up in Sweet Swine County. Can Carolyn really keep a secret, or will the surprise be on Betty Thompson when the barbecue queen is crowned? And will Prairie Ann use her investigative skills to help Mrs. Swanson win the barbecue cook-off grand prize? Find out next time on As the Corn Grows!
This program has been made possible by the Daily Boar. This sometimes daily newspaper reports the news the residents of Sweet Swine County want to know. Also now featured online at sweetswinescoop.com.
Get ready, because just when you thought you'd gotten the cockleburs out of your overalls, they're now on TV. That's right, this is one weed you won't want to pull. The Cocklebur Morning Show, with hosts who deliver a mix of news, entertainment, and information about the communities throughout our story country. Now on this station and the web.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publication, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swinetail Publications is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of My Slow Descent from Hollywood to KLUK TV by Sergio Furlione. Born in Italy, he immigrated to the United States early in his career. With over a dozen films to his credit, Hollywood readily embraced his directional style. Within a year, he was working on a monumental project with some of the top talent in the business. With 2 Oscars for direction under his belt and more than a few starlets on his arm, he experienced an unparalleled degree of success. After his second marriage to the darling of the silver screen ended, he found himself searching for the meaning in life. Then, after a series of unfulfilling love affairs, he met and married the love of his life, only to have happiness slip through his fingers when his wife was forced to enter the witness protection program during their honeymoon in Paris. It was this event that would change his career and his life path forever. Leaving the bright lights of Hollywood behind him, he found himself moving to Sweet Swine County to work as the creative director for a small market station, KLUK TV. Each of these towns are being considered for a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns, visit destinationsmalltown.com.
Who are these people and what are they doing? Well, they're talk show hosts, tourists, celebrities, and reporters from your neighboring county of Sweet Swine. Yes, I said Sweet Swine County, and they're sharing what they've learned about the businesses and points of interest in the small towns of the Midwest. Learn all that they learned on destinationsmalltown.com.